Hello folks, today I want to talk to you about a more advanced way of queuing, which is known as a circular queue. Now, this is a normal queue and I'm going to use it to demonstrate the problem. Okay, now I've got some instructions on the right hand side over here, which I want to go through and do them to demonstrate the problem that queues can sometimes have. So the first instruction here is to pop 2. Okay, so the first two items come off the queue. Okay, there we are. Taking those two off out the way, nice and easy. The next one says push 2. I'll just cross that one out, so I've done it. Push 2. Okay, so we are going to put 2 more teams on the bottom of the queue at the back, as you would expect. Okay, and I'll cross that one out as well. Then pop 1. Okay, so Man City will now come off. Next, after we've popped 1, push 2. So I'll put 2 more teams on this list. Now, finally, last but not least, it says pop 1. So I'll take the top team, AFC, and put them in this pile over here. Now, are we seeing what is happening here? The queue is getting larger and larger and larger because the computer doesn't want to move all the items up one. That will take a lot of processor time. And 2, you need more and more space to fill more and more teams, even though they're all going through and vanishing again quite quickly. This is clearly very wasteful, but there are ways around it. When we had data going all the way down the screen, firstly, circular queues have a start, and the main solution is something called a circular queue. A circular queue, the start and the end are written at the end of it, and then they move your queue according to these. Make no sense? Not surprised at all. But follow me now and I will show you how these two values here make all the difference. Okay, so the first instruction is pop 2. Okay, so I'm going to take Man City and Liverpool out of there. Okay, and now my start of my queue is number 3 and the end of my queue is also number 3. Okay, so I'm going to change these items down here. So give me 2 6, type that in. Starts at 3 and it ends at 3. Okay, so we've done the first one. Number 2, push 2 more teams in there. Okay, so we take AFC and Arsenal, and they will fit nicely in there. So now we have to amend the start and end position again. The start position has stayed the same, but the end position is now 5. So far, the data is all nicely organised, but there's no big difference to last time, is there? But that's where this program starts to get a bit clever. Okay, so the next one says pop 1. So I'll go to Man United and I'll pop them. There we are. There we go. So about that. And then I go back to the back to this one here and I say we start at 4 and we end at 5. Then it says push 2 is our next instruction. Push 2. So push 2 means I have to put Spurs and Chelsea in there. Now it's a circular queue, don't forget. So the start is 4 and currently the end is 5. But if I move Spurs into position 1 and I put Chelsea into position 2, well, there we are. I have now pushed 2 characters and I have said the queue starts at 4 and ends at 2. So it's almost like the data is in a circle going from one end here right the way round and starting again here. Okay, and we have now added 2 items to the queue. Lastly, it says pop 1. So I take 4 AFC out of there, and then I will change the value it's got here from being start, if it will accept it from me, here we are, to being we're starting at 5 and we're ending at 2. So suddenly, compared to last time around, on this one, using exactly the same instructions, we have managed to stay within the same small 5 blocks of memory we put there before, all by adding 2 extra values. Now, on a 5-item list, this isn't that much of a big deal. But say I had 40 or 50 items, suddenly, particularly if they were changing a lot, this would make life much simpler and save your computer a lot of memory. So guys, a few quick points about circular queues, okay? And end numbers on them. That's the only difference between these and a normal queue, okay? Queues can start anywhere and end anywhere, and if the start number with a value of it gets to the end of the linked list or the array, it simply goes round and starts again. Okay, so here you can see we start at 5 and we end at 2. And a circular queue is much better at organizing and storing data. Okay, so have a go at some of the exercises on the worksheet, and I look forward to talking to you about it later. Best of British luck.